children who have children continue to be their parents, so that we estimate, and it is typical, I'm afraid to say, that the Board of Education has not studied this, but they do not dispute our estimates. We estimate that in September of 1986, 20% of the entering first graders were the children of women who gave birth to them when they were teenagers. That's the impact I wish to have, because that means we are about to waste that entire generation of both children and parents. You cannot have had the full range of education in the narrow sense, or education and socialization in the broad sense that you need to be the parent of a 6-year-old if in fact you were someplace between 14 and 19 when that 6-year-old was born, and you are getting the kind of reception, by which I mean the non-reception, that you now get as a parent in the public school system. We have 900 public buildings that are by and large open only 40 weeks a year, only 5 days a week, and in many cases still only 7 hours a day. That is probably the single worst waste of resources in this city. And when those schools are open, they by and large provide service only to those children who are enrolled and come. What we need to be talking about is schools that are open 6 or 7 days a week, that are open until 10 every evening, that provide on-site daycare services, not necessarily run by the board, but in that space, that provide after-school programs of a great many different varieties, and that begin to experiment with the use of schools and school buildings as places that parents have an additional set of reasons to come to, because they become the one-stop service centers for the boggling array of social services that some of these families need, because they become a place in which parent education is real and alive, and in which parent involvement can be stimulated, and in which, in fact, the school can become a child, parent, family, community institution. What you need to do is each of you think of a story that you can tell with the precision and power that Beth went through those 3 cases, or that Barbara read from the writings of kids. The way to tell the story and make the case is to use the live examples, because you, in that case, will be writing to people who do not understand the connection between what they read in the newspapers every day and what happens in the schools, and how to not get from here to there. So you can make that case.